Yeah, I do. It just, you know when like music just like pum, 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 like I need to.
You know what to expect?
Yeah, I like that stuff.
So that song is by our in-house DJ Ray.
Wow!
Yes.
Wow!
Yes,
Wow! Amazing! What?
Yes, sir.
I need that song title and playlist because you are DJ.
All right. Hey, y'all. Thank you for taking another seat with us at the pod. I'm your host, Lee Sage, and today we have a special guest, Mr. Ooh, okay.
How you doing?
Mr. Michael Kolawole. Damn, I messed it up. Kolawole.
Oh, that works.
I was practicing, y'all.
Practicing.
Yes. Okay, so
Talk
Michael
about research.
Kolawole.
How are you doing? How you doing? To all the families watching at home, how you doing?
How you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing great, honestly. I'm happy to be here, blessed to be here. I just have so many things on my mind.
Well, listen, we're about to get right into it because we have a lot to talk.
Gotta pick it.
We got a lot to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
In today's episode, we want to focus on networking and how you network and why networking is so important in your field. And before we even get started, I know that you are a man of plenty.
Yes, I like that.
Man of plenty.
I like that.
I would really like to know, what exactly do you do?
I feel like I could easily start from like, God started, created light in the earth, but I feel like that's too long. I definitely am a content creator. I'm an entertainer as well. I guess I can add video editor to like what I do as well, because I not only edit for myself but for people as well. I'm a wholesaler, so a real estate investor, if that makes sense. I do shelter work.
Nice.
I've modeled, I've done photography in the past before. My resume is stacked. It's just stacked. So like I feel like anything that's worth pursuing that I like, I'm gonna do. So you couldn't see me doing commentary one day, and then 1 minute I'm just doing creative direction for somebody else. So it's just a different
the man of plenty, y'all.
Man of plenty.
All right, so we know that you are the man of plenty, but what got you started in all of this?
I would say I would liken it to like, you know how like when we're young, right? Especially as Black people, whatever. A lot of the stuff that we know to like do it as popular is like basketball, music, and stuff like that. And I've dabbled in those things or whatever, but I've learned that what you do and like what is literally depends on what you do. So I realized that a couple years ago we didn't really call content. Like that's even though probably the word content's been out for a while. Content was like now you can get a job as a content creator like post 2020 now, if that makes sense. And I realized that with doing content opened up everything. Like I used to be a businessman first, like around the time when you was like leading the charge in the ice cream industry, whatever. And I love that because while you was doing that, I was like selling PS5 sneakers, and I discovered that if you know how to resell, you could sell anything. Like you could sell a house, a car. You could even sell me, like pitch me on. You could pretty much sell a person like, I would like you to be a part of this series because you have to sell it to them, and that really much opened up every avenue. So when I was younger, I always dabbled in like creatives, like photography, arts, modeling, video editing, like just dabbled in everything. And that what birthed it, like my experience in content creation, which opened up many different avenues.
Nice. So would you say that you are like the best of the best when it comes to pitching?
I can be the best of the best.
Can we do an improv real quick?
Yes.
Can you sell me that watch?
This watch.
Okay,
well, let me
give me a pitch.
A pitch to sell this watch? Listen. This watch right here is gold, brings out your fits. Or black, brings out the color and the complexion of our skin. Now, if you don't get this watch, that's okay. But remember, this watch is one of one. And this watch also, and I mean also, has been worn by many. Ice Spice touched this watch. Your favorites touch this watch. And it will be an attraction to touch anything.
Okay, so you said, basically you were saying that it's almost like your mind needed to be stimulated, and so you're trying a whole bunch of different things. I noticed that I follow you, I have you on Facebook, I follow you on Instagram, and one segment that you do, which is your first time.
Ah, yes, I loved it. Yes, yes.
I see you. You got mad happy just now.
Yeah, I love that series. Yeah,
I love that for you. I personally like it, and I will say you did this. I did a video all because you did a video. I never posted it though. I know I'm gonna post it. I even mentioned you in the video because it was the Kabachi.
Kubacha. I can't say that word either. I can't say it either. I can't say
Kimmy.
it. Kimmy. Yes, Kimmy. Yes.
That thing. Yeah, I tried it one day and. I gotta see that video.
I want to see it.
Because I didn't even, I know that you did it, and I was like, it was a synergy.
Synergy, yes. GT. Oh my
I went
God.
and I tried it.
Sorry.
I tried it, and y'all, when I say, first of all, clearly I wasn't listening to what he was saying. I shook up the bottle, not knowing that it's like soda.
Yeah.
That thing exploded on me. I'm like, oh shoot, like messed up the whole video. So.
Oh my God.
What? I would really like to know, like, what made you. How did you ever come up with that concept of your first time?
So, all right. So, I don't know how much I'm gonna lose my New York card here, but I have never tried that Chinese combination where they get French fries, chicken wings, hot sauce, barbecue sauce, ketchup. Never had it. Right. So. I would post these things on Facebook, and people would get so surprised. You mean to tell me I never even had Martinelli's apple juice by itself? It gets crazier. And I just talked about this.
You never had a bacon, egg, and cheese either?
I had that.
Oh, okay.
I had that. Like, I had my first bagel roll with people do cream cheese and jelly. Like, no more than
bagel roll or a
bagel
roll?
on a roll or a bagel. I don't know which one they be saying, but it's a roll.
The one without the hole in the middle.
Yeah, without. It's something. It's something. I had it I think I had it 3 years ago, and people said, why are you trying this late? But I tell people, like, I went to boarding school, like, so my New York roots, they're still there, but it's not as.
Where was your boarding school?
Philadelphia, PA.
Okay.
So, like, yeah, we'll circle back to that. And I realized that I just had this idea one day. I said, instead of just talking about it, why not do about it? So I was like, and originally, and before, if you had me on Facebook for a while, like, I would, I'm a pro-black person. So when I would try people's, like, local chefs, black chefs or whatever, I would make sure they get the best promo with it, like, try their food. I'd be like, this is a 10 out of 10, the precision, this, that, and the third. And I realized I was just posting the pictures but not actually, like, recording the experience.
Yeah.
And my friend told me one day, he's like, I honestly think people would love to see your reviews on anything. And I didn't want to keep it strictly food based because I did my first time at my a wrestling event, which would be like long-term storytelling for me, because that was when I got my first championship belt, and I recorded the whole thing, and I was like, nah, this can be a series. And the food just took off, and then boom, from there. Shout out Keith Lee, because he definitely be watching my stories sometime too. So that was fine.
Twin.
Hey, twin. Let's rate this from 1 to 10. So, yeah. And it just transformed it into an identity on its own. Once people start loving the first episode, I drank a Red Bull for the first time last year.
How was that for you? Did it give you wings?
I felt like I was on a different. I was running around, but when I crashed, done.
It was bad?
It was. I slept the whole day.
Damn.
Yeah, the whole day. Because I wasn't used to. But I thought it was weird because I was drinking Monster Energy, but the Red Bull was the one that made me sleep the whole day. The next day.
I wonder, is it because it has so much sugar in it?
Possibly.
That's what it is. It's like
Possibly.
it has a bunch of sugar in it. So,
Possibly.
yeah, I stay away from all those energy drinks. Yeah, I stay away from all of things.
The beautiful thing about the question, right, in the series is that people don't realize what I be doing. That's actually a virtual networking. Content, it can be virtual networking that it can lead to opportunities from it. Like, shout out my girl Tosh. Tosh, keeping up with Tosh. Tash, I hope I'm not butchering her name. Tash, right? she understands it really well, and I tell her all this time when I see her in person. I really love your content. I get inspired by it. But I remember when I did the Red Bull, I didn't tag Red Bull, but when I started tagging Kubacha and everything like that, and me and Talenti, we be Talenti and Health Aid, we be talking like we like friends. How time I don't even know who the person I'm talking to, but they was like they love the video so much where they was like, if you had a brand, I would like even when you had I would rather you tag me.
Yeah.
So I can know, okay, this is
they
where the
can see.
audience is, because analytics can only show you so much. We want to see the faces behind the analytics.
Exactly. It's like I love that. I love that you're creating an opportunity for yourself. Like you don't sit around and wait for these people to come. Like, hey, we like you. No, it's like no. Let me show you. One,
Yeah.
I bought your product. Okay, so this is about to be authentic.
One down.
I'm recording it not only
Two.
for myself but for you. So
Two.
now you're getting the actual reaction and opportunity, because now they see you, they know you. It's like, oh, you did this for free. Imagine what you do when I pay you.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, yo, you have. I feel like that's being bold, and it's just like, yo, put yourself out there. No, nothing is just gonna fall into your lap.
Nothing falls into the nothing.
You want this, you go get it.
Nothing.
And I love that you know, like, because I feel like when you think about your first time, I think that a lot of people go to, you know, lust and all that stuff. Like, that's literally where everybody's minds go to. And it's like, yo, you know how many first times you have within a day?
Guilty of that.
Like, that so?
I borrow themes from, because people used to equate food as almost better than sex. So I was like, oh, okay, why not use a title that... Okay, and I just, like, again, it's drawing themes from different places. Like, I'm so glad you brought that up. Like, people automatically assume it's sex, and the whole time, it's just
you over here trying a cheeseburger.
And a cheeseburger. And, like, it's insane. Remember Prince Akeem, when he, have you ever watched Coming to America?
Yeah.
When he came to America, he was just doing things for the first time. Like, and even when we was kids, parents would record us and put it on VHS tapes or whatever. And you'll be looking at yourself like, damn, I was like that, walking like this. A first time is something that sticks with you for the rest of your life. You could try it again and again and again, but you're going to remember your first time. I said, so why not show people my first time? And I was like, yeah, this is
and it's authentic.
And it's authentic.
You know, on social media, a lot of things are just like...
fabricated.
Yes.
Too scripted and staged.
Yes. And it's like everybody, I feel like, I can't say everybody. I know for myself, the content that I like genuine. Give me the real.
I like the raw.
Don't sugarcoat this. So yeah, I love that. I love that you started this. Okay, so you know I'm a fan of your content.
Fan.
Okay, and I remember seeing you had a conversation about cringy content.
Oh, wow. Yes. Yes.
So
yeah. Listen, take the time you want on this question, please.
I want to know a few things. I want to know, because as a content creator, you know, I know, like, you know, you still want to be relevant and very in the now of what's happening. Do you find yourself doing some of these cringy contents for, you know, for engagement and stuff like that? How do you feel about doing those type of content?
You know, we just spoke about it, right? I prefer raw, genuine, authentic content. I realize you kind of have to stage certain things in life, which is okay, because again, I watch WWE wrestling and I draw a lot of inspiration from stuff like that. So that doesn't bother me, right? But I don't like it when cringe becomes to the point where it doesn't reflect who you actually are or what you believe in, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, cringe there has to be some elements, and I realize cringe is super subjective. So what you might see as cringe isn't cringe to somebody else. What you might see as real is fake to somebody else. So it's like, there's really there's really not much you can do with that. But I realized when I was first, this was right before I had did my Drewski disc. I'll never forget it. I remember people were like 3 people, well, mostly one person, but it was really 3 people. They felt like my content was like kind of corny and cringy, and I wasn't mad about that. Like, I kind of expected that to happen, but the beautiful part about it is I care too much about long-term storytelling. That ended up serving as the foundation for great content later. So now they ended up saying, oh, I like this video, I love this video, I love this video. And yet I just had to remind them, because I'm kind of petty a little bit. I said, the same video you liked had that same element of cringe in it. And he was like, and funny thing is, I also am not a hater either, because he asked me for content advice, and he was like, but I told him you kind of have to have that element in there, because if you're too serious, people don't want to be compelled to a character like that. And then when you're just show a little bit of personality or whatever, and he ended up getting a video that was like 20K. I said, thank you very much. And it was cool. Like, cringe is cool. a guy. His name is Angelo on the Talk That podcast or
Oh,
whatever.
Angie.
I
Hi,
I
Angie.
super admired him. See, he knows this. He knows this, and he was like, be cringy, corny, and creative as well, whatever. And I agree with him on that one because it really does. You have to learn that it's a different level. It's a balance, right?
Yeah.
People don't like too serious things. We don't want to be serious. We already deal with a lot of. We deal with a serious life as it is.
Right.
So I agree with him on that. I agree with his take on that. I just feel as though for me is like I just prefer the genuine raw side with things. So again, like even though what you just showed me with the content, like it might be cringy to some people, but if you see the beauty in cringe, then it's not cringe. You're just worried about the wrong thing.
So now, is there any topics that you would stay away from? Like, it don't matter. It's like, nah, I'm not.
I don't want to ever condemn black people for the sake of a click. I'm not doing that.
Good.
I'm not interested in turning. I'm just not interested in slandering a black person for the sake of a click. I'm not doing it. Like
Yeah.
or making us look idiots. We're not even taking serious with the world as it is. So why would I add on to that? So no.
How do you feel about the content when it's about, like guys dressed up as women and
I like
damn,
it.
you like that content?
I like it. I like it, but not. I like it. I like it. I don't want to.
So let me finish. Okay, so like they dressed up as the women, however, it's negatively showing how black women are
I
generalized.
take that laugh back. I take that
Yeah, let's just cut that one out.
off the record. Just if I'm hearing you correctly, they dress up as women, but they make the black woman look like pretty much idiot, clueless, unworthy, stuff like that. Not a fan of it. Automatically not a fan of it.
Yeah.
Because again, we there's so many creative things you could do in life. Why do we have to play into a negative trope that we don't? Again, you don't really believe, especially in your mother is a black woman. Let's be real here.
You know what's so crazy? As you're talking, I'm envisioning from way back, like, let's go back to the 90s where, men, they had our black men out here dressed up as women, portraying us in this negative way. It's always in a negative way. It's never on some, like, positive stuff. Even Joanna, man, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that was the first transgender playing basketball.
Yeah,
But, it's just like, from then, it's very rare that you see, I mean, now we have the content where women are portraying men, but it's like, how many years in the making was it that black men are out here coming against us all for, giggles? And I don't know, I guess that's where my seriousness come in when it comes down to content, and it's like, at what point do you say, nah, I'm not doing that?
Where's the line?
Exactly.
Where's the line? And that, I feel like that's what I don't think I really got to really go into, I realized, because it's like, I'm still trying to figure out that line. Like, I call myself a degenerate. Like, I like pushing the envelope with a lot of things. I'm a really unapologetic individual, but there's certain things I will not say in private, public, and especially on camera. Because again, I don't really believe it in real life, so why would I have to need to push a narrative that isn't true? And a lot of people know what they're doing. They know that, okay, because this is going to give me so many clicks, this means it's going to give me so many things in my bank account. Like, no, not it. I really like Keith Lee's way of content and approach.
Yeah.
Even when he don't like the food, he still finds something positive to say. And they're black people. Bro, that shit I like. Excuse me. That stuff I like. But you know what I'm trying to say.
Pod.
Yeah, thank God. That stuff I like. Like, that's just stuff I like. Like find something positive, because negativity is pushed. Like, you could even argue Big Mama, like Martin Lawrence or Big Mama, whatever. I think it's funny, but I realize when you get older, you realize, like, could you do without it? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, it just depends on what they're conveying, what message they're trying to send out, and I can discern it from entertainment and stuff, but there's, again, a limit. Like, Vince McMahon, a prime example. He has probably made women a laughingstock in the early 2000s with some of the stuff he put out, but now women are taken seriously in wrestling now. Like, now you can see black world championships and they're black women or whatever, and I realized that probably wouldn't have happened under him too much. Even if it did, it wasn't really like, it meant something, but it still didn't mean something the way it does now.
No impact.
So, yeah. We talk about like creativity and all that stuff and cringe. What is harder to be then? Staying inspired or staying creative?
Well, I feel like you can't have one without the other.
True.
That's number one.
51% though.
But I think that it's harder to stay inspired.
That's my girl.
Yeah, I think that it's harder to stay inspired because it really all depends on what is even driving you in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's on some, you just want to make some money, it's like, okay, and that's,
Yeah. It's hard.
How creative can you...
Yeah, keep going.
Okay,
Yeah,
I don't want to say like how creative can you really get with that, but it's just like you're only doing it for that purpose. But and when that runs out, when it's like, okay, well, I'm taking the money, but I'm still not happy with the creation stuff. It's like I'm losing the spark. I'm losing the inspiration here, and that's why I believe that a lot of entrepreneurs, especially us creatives, we need those days off. We need to go travel. We need to go do things that are outside of what we're doing on a daily, so that when we come back, we coming back crazy. Every time I go on vacation, I come back, I'm busting out 30 dresses. All them dresses look fire. Yes, like I get in the... I didn't sew for 2 years.
You do so. Oh
yes,
my God. You definitely do. Sorry.
Yes.
Fan moment.
I'm a whole fashion designer.
Yeah. You definitely are. You definitely are.
And what's crazy is that like the people who are meeting me now, because they're not meeting me in my sewing era.
Yeah.
So like when I talk about the designs and stuff like that, it's almost like it catches them off guard. They're like, "Let me see your page." And like, "Oh shoot, hold on, what?"
Hold on.
And it's like, like I really get the pity. And because
that's
my
true.
shit real quick, because and then I found myself saying like, "Oh, you ain't know about me," and it's just like, hold up, but they don't know about you because you don't promote it, you don't talk about it, you haven't been doing anything for how long, and it's like getting back into it now. I done took a 2-year break. I'm when I say I've been busting out dresses in like it's nothing. I feel like I'm back in my early days when all I'm doing is sewing. I don't care about a client. I don't care about a Zala with the client. Like I just want to make a dress. And that's what I'm making. And when I tell y'all, these dresses are looking fire. Oh, summer's coming.
It's coming.
So yes, to answer your question, I do believe that it is harder to stay inspired than to just be creative. Because I feel like as a creator, you're just creative. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
Yeah, you can be creative for anything.
I done started how many businesses being creative because I'm just a creative person.
Yeah, just a creative person. Yes.
But the inspiration.
Yes.
That's where it gets a little tough. So yeah.
And even with the bit you just made, and I'm not gonna take too long with this. You was like, you don't post, and that goes into networking too, because it's gonna catch people off guard right away, because it's like, okay, I didn't know you do this, and then whole time they might have a connect for you, because and that's why it's important to like just keep like stabbing at it, but you could take the well-needed breaks, but keep stabbing at it, because like even before when I just started, I guess, reselling to the public, because I never stopped, is when they saw me post, I sold a brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max, they was like, Mike, you still sell? I'm like, I know I don't post. But that gave me another network of people like, okay, Michael is selling phones again. And it's like announcing to the town that Michael is doing this again, y'all. I'm like, wow.
You know what's so funny is that like people don't like networking, but they don't even realize that we literally do it every day. Every day. Every time you post, networking. Every time you like somebody's stuff, you heard it, you say anything, you're networking.
Try networking.
Exactly.
Foreplay networking. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to find a better word.
Yeah, please, because I'm like, I know we said we could curse on this pod, but you making it real sexual.
It's all about the themes.
Nah, but we need to understand that like our network is literally everywhere, and anybody once you connect with somebody, that's your connection right there. But I do know that like in our culture, we don't speak up a lot, and we don't feel like maybe we have that access to people to say, hey, do you know such and such? I want to do this. Can you put me in the right direction? Or because at the end of the day, people are like, oh, my name is on the line. Oh, this. Or we get in our own head, and it's like they ain't gonna help us. And you just kill the network right there. You kill the connection by just not connecting.
So a question to you is, how do you feel, like, how do you approach that question? Like, do you know such? Because there's two types of people. There's people that are mutually beneficial for you, and then people are just opportunists, like, and leak, like,
Oh yeah, suck you dry.
suck you dry. And I feel like that's
Sorry,
just,
yeah.
I just want to know, how would you approach that, like,
See,
impromptu?
okay, so let's say I'm gonna talk about the pod. With the pod, I knew the breakdown of the episodes that I wanted to record. And it's like, this is our first time actually meeting each other in person.
Yeah.
But I knew that you were somebody who I wanted for this particular topic. Simply, one, I already had the connection there because we're already friends on Facebook. We're already friends on here. We had little interactions with one another. So reaching out to you was hey, I'm going to explain what I'm doing. I'm going to show you how you fit what I'm doing. And then I'm going to ask you, are you interested, or will you be willing to come on and be a part of it? Because once you I've already given you all the information, and now I'm giving you the opportunity to say yes or no. Either way, you see that I see you. I see that you fit here, and I would like for you to be a part of something. And it's like, once it's up to you, I did my part. So once it's up to you, it's like yes or no, cool. Whether you said yes or no, I see you. You know I appreciate what you're doing. Keep doing that, and here we are.
And it's beautiful because it's like you basically just covered what virtual networking that leads to actual networking in real life, that we alike. You just talked about you liking a story, you liking a post, that's networking. You commenting, that's networking. So all the stuff that we were being fans of and fans to each other over there, like, I guess a year and some change, or 2 years, whatever duration it is. You asking that it's an easy path to ask, as opposed to not knowing each other and just asking it. Like, there's a lot of, like, for example, you could tag a celebrity right now and say, I would like you to be on this show or whatever. But if you didn't have no proper, like, what's that word, rapport with them, it's gonna be hard. As opposed to you already having it, and it's boom, that's it. So you just covered that really well. Like, that was, you just broke it down really well. So
thank you. We have a segment here.
Okay.
Off the record.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That's why we was like,
God. That's God.
He's all up in
working.
here.
He's working.
And so I have a few off the record questions for you. Being that I have you on Facebook, I see that you do give your opinions a lot.
Oh.
And one of those, this is nothing too crazy. I have a few questions. Is marriage something that you want?
Yes.
He's like, thank God.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What steps have you been taking to work on you to prepare you for where you're heading in regards to marriage?
Okay. Wow, that's good. Okay. So all right, this might seem like I'm probably speaking over the question, but I don't think I am. I've noticed that I started to show up more in my friend's life. So, for example, it could be as little as a birthday party or a performance or whatever. And you were probably asking, like, why am I bringing that up? But it's like, think about it. Would you want your marriage to be like your wedding day to be empty? No. When I was in my previous relationship, and I loved the girl to death or whatever, I realized that I got so caught up in my last relationship that I wasn't showing up for people, and that kind of bothered me a little bit. And ironically, I just posted that today, where it bothers me when I can't show up. Like, even last week, oh my, you do not know how mad I was last week. You don't even want to know how mad I was. And I realized that a girl complimented me on my story. She was like, I like it when you post not just women but your friends on your birthday or whatever. And I realized that because I'm doing those steps, I realized that I'm becoming more available to the right person, if that makes sense. Like, when I was dating this girl, she had this recital, she had this thing, and I realized if I didn't do that, like, after I left my relationship or whatever, I wouldn't have never been able to be consistent in showing up for that stuff.
Right.
Then that's just the relationship aspect. What I've also been doing is I'm noticing if I know I don't see a future with you, certain things I'm just not gonna say. Like I wouldn't use words like "oh baby girl" or whatever, or mamas or whatever jargon people can
Stink.
muster up. Stink. I'm not using those words. I don't even like to say "I love you." I don't like to say that. Like here we use it for friends, but I don't like to say "love you." I just I
Yeah,
can't say things like that.
you don't mean it.
Yeah, like exactly. I don't mean it yet, and that's the beauty of like I guess the growth aspect. And I'm also realizing I'm calming down on a lot of just again there are themes for sex out there or whatever. I just don't really rather see it if that makes sense. And I'm getting closer with God, so
Nice.
that's enough. That's how I know I'm making the right steps. But again, what I do invites women, and it just invites women, and most women don't like that. So, a girl I've dated before and I really liked, she said, "As much as I like you, you're around a lot of women, and the whole time it's just business and friendship. That's it." But that can turn people off. So,
So in a situation like that, how would you go about? Let's say you do really like this person and you do see a future with them. How do you make them feel safe in that?
compromise. I realize I have to. I go to therapy, so it does come.
Nice.
Yes, yes. Let's clap it up for
Accountability.
therapy. Let's clap it up for therapy. It's gonna come down to compromise, and I love what I do. I give a lot of reassurance. Like I said, you could ask them. Feel free to ask them. You could, I merely mean you could DM them right now and say, "Was Michael doing this with you?" And she's gonna probably tell you no, because I'm not. I don't like to be known for a liar. Like I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar.
Yeah.
That's
So you talk about compromising. At what point do you say enough is enough when it comes to compromising in a relationship? Because this is your career. This is your job, and if you've done everything that you need to do to make your partner feel as comfortable as you can possibly make them,
yeah.
then it's like at one point do you like compromise and it's just like okay.
When I feel like I'm doing too much to the point where I'm losing sense of who I am and what I would allow, where it's like it's put it this way, when hopeful becomes hopeless. That's in simpler terms. I don't want to ever feel like I have to lose myself just to compromise, just to fit your need, because I'm not trying to dim your light, so why are you trying to dim mine? So that's like my drawing point of compromise. And a good example, I would say a good example of compromising, or what I won't do to compromise anymore, is the fact that, let's say if I understand that you have to, like, let's say you're a video vixen, like a video vixen or whatever, and you just have to shoot this scene with this scene, like dating. It's like dating an actor, and you don't understand. I have to do the same thing. Come on.
Well, in December, you made a post, and in that post, you said,
Now that it is on my mind again, I'm gonna say it anyways. Y'all got 1 year. All you stupid hating that said it was corny, that said it ain't gonna work, y'all got 1 year.
Our friend been outdoors yesterday.
who exactly were you talking to, and who were you talking about, and why did you give them a full year to get their shit together?
I love this video. I love this video. All right, so a lot of people don't know this, right? But well, if you really are a rap fan, I feel like you know, right? So Kendrick, right? Let's take Kendrick, the guy who says, "Fuck the big three, I'm Big Me," right? In 2012 or no 2013, he had this verse on Control that shifted the whole game. But before that, he had this energy in the industry. I think it was on Monster. I could believe his Monster version of the Nicki Minaj song, whatever. And he had this like, we're basically, it's everything is competitiveness. Yes, like I like collaboration over anything, and I agree with that. But I have this like desire to be the best. Like it's deep in me. Like it's deep in me. But it's not even just the best. It's just being the best of what I can do for that moment, and make another moment and make another moment. And for me, it's like I was frustrated when I wrote that a little bit, because I was shadow banned for a year on Instagram for you do not understand how frustrating it is when you think you're putting out great videos and it's not even being seen. Like there was only 3 times I probably beat the shadow ban, was probably the Drewski diss, and people. I remember a friend Imani said, for a shadow band, you still did numbers, and I'm happy about it. But then it's like, damn, I kind of wish I wasn't, because it's like quality lives forever, and what you're doing, what you're saying on social media, hell, even what you're doing without social media, that lives forever. People remember how you feel and what you do and stuff. So when I had that, I was like on some, I'm gonna be like Kendrick, basically like a pre Kendrick before he did it. So that's how when Kendrick did that Control verse, it wasn't a surprise thing when people was like, "Oh my God, he's just saying names." No, it's like I love all y'all, and I really do, and I really do love people. Like I love people to the T, but when I really want to be number one, I want to be number one. Like LeBron's not gonna apologize to you mid game. Sorry for scoring. Kobe is not apologizing to you mid game saying sorry for dropping 81 on you. Why would I want Kobe to apologize to me for dropping 81 on
Are
me?
we throwing shots at J. Cole for apologizing for his diss record?
Take it how you want, Cole. But I thought it was a great mature thing with him. But I like if especially with that analogy, it was based on skill. If you notice, they weren't talking about, even though they rap about imaginary guns or whatever, but they're not really trying to kill each other. They're just trying to kill each other on the mic. Because back in the day when rappers, especially in the '90s, Biggie did a kick in the door when he was dissing Nas, and I was telling people that Biggie and Nas used to throw shots at each other, but subliminally or whatever. But they did it out of the just to be the best.
Yeah.
I kind of want that, like, I guess, approach. And a funny thing is, John Cena is the same thing. He had a desire to be the best too. So but he still loved people enough to like or work with each other, or whatever. And if you have your spot, I will celebrate you this time, the third. But the guard can change. So
do you think that like industry beef, no matter what industry you're in, like it adds the fuel, like it gets you, it really gets you going to do better? Like, do you think it's proactive?
Beef can make me better, but I operate without beef personally, like just personally speaking. And when you said it wasn't really meant for anyone. Actually, it wasn't meant for anyone in particular.
Yeah.
And I don't really like throwing, like, what is it? Throw stones and hide their hands. I'm not a person. But
Right.
I would say it's just meant for, if you didn't know what I was trying to do a year before, you're gonna know now. And J. Cole's a touchy subject because I'm not mad at what he did. I'm just mad at the fact that he conceded without even getting really started.
Okay, so what advice would you give an up-and-coming content creator or somebody who's looking to get into content creation, business, or...
Leverage social media. Leverage it. The same way you see when girls, they be tagging the musician song they listening to, that's literally networking right there, because the 9 times out of 10 the artist is going to repost it, and the artist is going to be like, oh, they're going to obviously see look or whatever, and just keep leveraging social media. Don't pay, like, when I say don't pay no mind to people that like talk bad about you, don't pay no mind to them. It doesn't matter, because critics turn into believers at the end of the day of the week. Try to, if you're ever gonna, you know how they say no free promo, but I argue free promo is your chance to opportunity. The same way, like if you want like Fashion Nova contracts or Dior contracts, like Pop Smoke, he had that Dior thing or whatever, but it's because he basically gave them free promo by making a song about Dior and then posting about it. So like, tag these people. So don't let your content go unnoticed. It doesn't have to have the most views, but it has to complete its purpose.
Right.
So make purposeful and intentional content. That's what I always say. Because people can seek, and the camera, or not even that, I wouldn't even say, but I'll say that. The camera doesn't lie with intention. People can sense conviction. They can smell it on you. They can hear it on you. And as far as any more tips, like, just utilize, any field is worth networking. Like, there's one thing I do, like, I do a lot of things, but the club scene in particular is something rappers used to do. Rappers used to beg their DJs, promoters to get their song played in the club. This was in the 90s. They still do it now, but I use that same formula to be cool with the promoters. People want to be cool with the bottle girls, the strippers, and stuff like that. No, be cool with the promoters, because the promoters are going to let you get in for free. You do resourceful stuff, value for value or whatever. And then that's a partnership. So if you need something, you have them as a resource. Then you also have your business as a resource. Then you have the people that you already have as the resource.
Right.
Like, when I had this other video, I was like, music, you see content is music and business. In the music industry, they tell rappers, go after the women, go after the streets, or go after other these things. So take those same things and comply it to content. So that's my
Right.
tips.
Okay, so something that we like to do for our guests, we have our own selected playlist, and on that playlist, we choose the song that fits our guests. So we would like to play the song for you,
Okay.
and I hope that you receive it and that you just jam out to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Know that I'ma get it any day now. Yeah. Every day just trying to make a way now. Get into it like I know it. I just gotta wait on it. Yeah. For a minute I've been on my way now. Yeah. Know that I'ma get it any day now. Get into it like I know it. I just gotta wait on it. Get with the bad, been through the best, been through the worst. Yeah, get to the back, then run it back, hit the reverse. Yeah, I want it bad, I got the thirst. Yeah, pen in a pad, I'm in the lab, cooking a verse. No, I gotta be my own boss.
Oh yeah. Okay. I caught the flow. I'm sorry. I love music a lot.
So that was for you,
Yeah,
and then we
that was
also
nice, that
have
was
another
nice.
gift for you. Yes, sir.
Gifts.
I believe that everyone should receive their flowers while they are alive and well.
Agreed.
And
Agreed.
competent, okay? And
Agreed.
so we would like to give you your flowers.
Wow.
Yes.
This is a part of the script.
Yes.
This is a part of the
yes.
show. Wow. Wow.
So here is your flowers.
Wow.
Thank you for all that you
Put a
do.
fight up for what you love. Zoom in on this. Zoom in.
Thank you for your content. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for all that you do.
You're not gonna get you back for this, right? You're not gonna get you back for this. I remember all of this. I remember all this stuff. Wow. Wow. I'm really. This is like going to Disney World after winning the Super Bowl.
You did that before?
No. I wish I could win a Super Bowl, but nah. This is like what's that word I'm looking for? It's wholesome. Wow. 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 This is really fucking nice. Fucking nice. I can curse. I can curse. Wow. Wow. I'm really I gave y'all compliments on the podcast and everything, but I want to say this on record. Everything from the opening, everything from the questions, which you've really done your research, which is a good thing. You know how to interview, the whole production, the praying, the God, if you're listening, the praying, the song choice, even the inclusion is everything. And this podcast is really, really hard to not remember it, if that makes sense. There's infamy and there's like fame and stuff like that, but I don't really look at those two as much. I care about the experience. This is easily the best experience I had so far on being on another guest platform. Easily. And y'all outdid me too. Y'all outdid me. Now I gotta outdo y'all. And I don't mean that like competition. I mean that in the aspect of thoughtfulness.
Yeah.
We got a year.
Right?
That was childish.
Yes.
It's funny. I did something nice for K Wonder Boy because he supported my reselling business years ago because I bought everybody tickets for his show.
Oh, that was so nice. Let me stop you right there real quick. K Wonder Boy is one of my best friends.
Good guy.
And we have not talked in almost a year, and I'm looking dead at you if you are listening.
1 year. 1 year.
1 year. Cut it out.
Cut it out, for real. People, you guys are people that I really want to use my vocabulary, but nothing's coming to my mind right now. It's hard to not really value people like you guys. It's hard to not try to bring light to what you got going on. And again, from the presentation, I told you this, the presentation, the briefing, That's tough. Like, and I really remember stuff like this. So whether it be a year or 6 months or whatever, I remember stuff like this. And it's funny because I've watched you come up. I forgot that you were a fashion designer on camera. Like, that's crazy. You've done more research than I did.
It's okay.
It happens.
Listen, we have so much knowledge being thrown at us every single day, and it's like it's hard to keep up with everything.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you show up as best as you possibly can, and you do what you do.
Oh, she's good.
Life is literally an improv.
She's good. She's good. She's scary at me, but she's
Make
good.
it happen.
Make it happen. Put a fight for what you love.
Exactly.
End it
thank
off like
you.
that.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
For vibing out with us. Thank you for all the conversations, the laughs, and all that good stuff, the prayer, exchange.
Thank you.
And yeah, we look forward to seeing you again and seeing you in a year.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not laughing. That's not funny. That's funny though. It is funny. That's good. I was not expecting anybody to bring that up. See, yeah, definitely. We'll be back. We'll be back. I'm happy right now. I'm happy right now.
Yes, that's a wrap.